I want to talk more about this because there's some new information that has come to light. And I do want to start off by saying that I still remain neutral until there is irrefutable concrete proof. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt as I would anybody else, no matter who they are, because I would want the same thing done to me, which I did not get 25 years ago. I wasn't given the benefit of the doubt by everybody. And that can really cost and ruin a life. So, to get into it really quick, Dr. DisRespect's game studio, Midnight Society, is parting ways with him after the allegations. They said, my goodness, and I quote, "On Friday, we became aware of an allegation against one of our co-founders, Guy. I don't know how to say his name. Dr. DisRespect. We assumed his innocence and began speaking with parties involved, aka Twitch. And in order to maintain our principles and standards, as a studio and individuals, we needed to act. For this reason, we are terminating our relationship with Guy immediately. Or Guy, whatever. While these facts are difficult to hear and even more difficult to accept, it is our duty to act with dignity on behalf of all individuals involved, especially the 55 developers and families we have employed along with our community of players," insinuating that they would get, like, potentially, suffer a lot of backfire or whatever for keeping him around. Another video that surfaced, like, literally moments after this happened, which is probably the tweet that he got dropped. I'm not gonna play it, but it's basically him saying, "You know what? I need to take a break. I'm burnt out. I'm stressed out. I'm done with social media and all this sort of stuff." And I'm thinking to myself, again, giving the benefit of the doubt, yes. However, for me, and that's just it. I'm different than him, and that's why I'm here, and he's, like, bigger than life, right? He's handling this situation a lot differently. He's a celebrity. I'm not a celebrity. I was a nobody 25 years ago. I'm still a nobody today. But I called the people out to come down. You know what I mean? I wanted the shit to end. And I want to believe that if that happened to me now, I wouldn't stop streaming. I would be stressed out, allegations and all that, sure. But I would keep going on about my business, and I would talk about it. I would talk about it. I know he's probably got some, like, NDAs or whatever with Twitch. You got to remember, too, and I talked about this in my other video a couple of days ago, his demeanor changed when he got that text on his last stream on Twitch. Something completely changed. You don't get banned for nothing. You did something, but then all of a sudden these allegations come out and people say, "Well, that's why, idiot." It's like, no, you don't know that for a fact. You could be correct, but you could also be incorrect. We don't know what he did. But if it was something seriously, like, nasty, or you'd like to think if it was nasty and illegal, he would have been arrested and thrown in jail. And as far as I know, he hasn't been. Right? He also sued Twitch. Now, I could have some of my information a little skewed. Calm down if I'm wrong, and just comment down below and correct me. But when he got dropped, he got fully paid out by Twitch for the remainder of his contract. Why would they do that if he did something despicable like that? So again, I'm going back and forth. I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm not picking sides here, right? I'm trying to figure out what is the likelihood that this is real. I mean, we're going on 4 years of the whole Twitch thing. 4 years already. That's like 80% as long as I've been on YouTube. I'm not too good at math. Maybe it's more or less than 80%, but I just feel like it is a bit odd. And then the same thing happened here. His demeanor changed. He got a text, and then he's like, "You know what? We're not doing this. We're gonna stop. It's a short stream. That's okay. We still got some stuff done," he says. I think I'm just gonna ride off into the sunset. And his expression, his Adam's apple in his throat. Not that I'm like some body language expert, but he is shook. He is. And I'm not insinuating anything. It could just be that he's thinking to himself, wow. However, I'd like to think if it was me now on social media the way that I am, I wouldn't be stressed out, because ultimately in the end, if you're innocent and you did nothing wrong, nothing shady, nothing suspicious, you've got nothing to hide, there is technically no reason for you to be sweating and swallowing your Adam's apple, or whatever that expression is when you're like, you shouldn't have that lump in your throat. It shouldn't matter how many people are against you if wholeheartedly deep down inside you know that you're innocent and you didn't. Again, maybe he's not doing well with the pressure. I don't know him personally. He's just somebody that I've watched on and off for many years. Gives me a good laugh, but like I said, over the past half decade, I'm too busy trying to make something of myself. I don't have time to watch other people. However, this has to do with video games. Again, it's dramatic in nature, sure. But it has to do with the video game world scene, which is why I'm putting this under gaming news, because anybody who's into video games will probably know who Dr. Disrespect is. It's like synonymous, as the expression goes, right? It kind of goes hand in hand. Nobody thinks of me in video games, you know what I mean? Like, they think of, it's like Tiger Woods and a golf club. You know, right? Hulk Hogan and yellow wrestling trunks. Right? Like, it just, okay? That's just the way it is. So, yeah, maybe he's just like, wow, I'm done. But I have to admit, I feel like this isn't the right time to be taking a break. I would just go flat out, because when he first got the thing with the Twitch thing, when he first got the thing with the, you know, when he got banned, I wasn't there to like count the hours and the days, but was he not on YouTube pretty effing quick? And he seemed fine then. Now he's like, wow. I'm not saying he's thinking the cat's out of the bag now, but this thing here, like I said, I don't know what they mean by, while these facts are difficult to hear and more difficult to accept. What facts? The facts that they got from Twitch, or the fact that they're letting go of Doc? I know I might be reading too much into it, but I'm just saying, however you read that, there's a huge difference. Then one would insinuate that the allegations are true. Yeah, I'm just, like I said, wow, this is kind of a big deal. And sadly, like I said in my other video, this stuff does happen a lot on both sides of the coin, where it does actually happen, where the allegations are true, and then it feels like the other half of the time, or whatever the percentage is, it's a bunch of complete bullshit. And a wonderful way to try and bring down somebody that you don't like, right? It's like the whole dox thing. When you're doxing somebody and you're doing the whole swatting thing, the person didn't do anything, but you're telling law enforcement that they did. And then it ends up becoming this big dramatic event. People have died. People have died, lost their lives due to things like that. It's absolutely awful. And with things like this here, if it does come back that he is 100% innocent, was not whatsoever involved in what the allegations are alleging, then yeah, of course I'm going to feel bad for him, because it's going to be something potentially that's always going to be joked about, memed about for the longest time. And I think for that reason there, if he's innocent, I think that's why it's so important. And it's easy for me to say, because I don't know what his stipulations are. But I would have addressed more bluntly that he didn't do anything inappropriate with a minor, right? Rather than saying no wrongdoing was found, I got paid out. I know a lot of people are criticizing people like me that are like, oh, what, you're not happy with how he worded it? How much more clear do you want him to be? Well, it wasn't really clear. I don't see him getting too angry and going, you know what? Take the glasses off. Drop the fucking fake act for a minute. Never mind the Dr. Disrespect and talk his gi. Take off the fucking wig, the glasses, the bulletproof vest and all that bullshit, and be like, look, There are some serious allegations going on about me right now, and I want to make things clear. It didn't happen. I could promise you that. Time will prove that. Okay? This is me talking to you as, like whatever. I'm just saying. And then move on from it. Address it. Address the elephant in the room. Don't dance around it. But that's just me, though. He is obviously somebody, like I said, very different, handles things differently. I'm not going to start nitpicking, even though I kind of am, as to how he's deciding to rebuttal himself. But that's what I would probably do if I was him. It's hard for me to imagine because of how successful he is. I don't think I can dream about being as half as successful as he is. But I think that that's what I would do. And then I would say, moving on, not to ruin the mood. Let's get back into the action. And I would even put like the fucking... That is a wig, right? I'd put the wig on, the glasses, and then I'd be like, all right, I'm in doc mode. Where are we fucking up right now? And then whatever, right? And then it wouldn't be like to play it off like it's a joke. But again, if you're innocent, then yeah, completely play it off, address it, and then move on. So ultimately, in the end, I'm not saying that he's acting guilty, and I'm not saying that he's acting innocent either. I'm just saying the whole situation's just not looking good, and I'm just trying to remain neutral so that I don't make an ass out of myself. Saying, yeah, that's it, he's guilty as a piece of whatever, and then I end up completely wrong. Not that I care if I'm wrong. I've made mistakes. But I want to make sure I don't jump the gun. I don't want to insinuate, like I said, because I don't want to feed into that machine if it ends up coming out that the allegations were false. So I'm going to stop talking now. I feel like sweet holy pineapple, I've been talking about it for 12 minutes. Yeah. Terrible situation, either which way. Thumbs up as always if you liked the video. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm and trying to make me more relevant in the search results. If you didn't like the video, go ahead. Give it a thumbs down. I'll bend it in half, twist it, break it off in your ass, and I'll make sure that you wake up in the morning looking like that. With that mustache and that silly hairdo. And you can't cut it. It's uncuttable hair. You can't style it. You can't do nothing. You're stuck with it. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, naturally, that would be great. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. And if I'm lucky, maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.